Hello, and I hope you're well, and I hope you are all going to have a good Easter weekend, and I hope you all remember the true meaning of Easter. And maybe some of you, like me, are going to be watching the powerful film, The Passion of Christ, tomorrow, because it's Good Friday. That was a film that really put his suffering, Jesus' suffering, into perspective for me. I remember the first time I saw it and the whipping scene came on, and I literally was crying so much, and I was saying sorry to him when I was watching the whipping scene, because I felt so bad how badly he suffered for us, and that film did an absolute phenomenal job on portraying his suffering and what he did for us. So I'm going to be watching that. It's the least, I can do or others can do. And I've also been keeping busy being a mother. I am a mother of 3 children under 4 years old. So, yeah, that does keep me busy, but it is all about routine. My oldest turns 4 in 2 weeks. My youngest is 1. My middle child is 2 terrible 2s. Boys do not get terrible 2s, in my opinion. Well, from my experience anyway. My daughter, she is beautiful but deadly, because she's going through terrible 2s, and if you know, you know. But that's why it's important, when you've got a very busy life, hectic life, it's important to have you time. It could be like reading a book, going out in nature, taking a bath. But as a parent, as a mother especially, your brain doesn't really switch off at all. But doing little things for yourself can help break up the day. I mean, like, I'm starting my Mystic Bell podcast, and for those of you who don't know, I go by the Mystic Bell, the name. My real name is Arabella. I wrote a book, Love Tie, in 2016, which I did mad promoting for a few years, and I've been lucky enough to gain followers, and I'm fortunate enough I've reached 2 million followers on my Facebook page, The Mystic Bell. But those 2 million followers, they didn't happen overnight. I literally perseverance all the time. I literally get up around like 5:30, 6, because obviously I'm a mum of 3. I get up, I literally promote like crazy on various social media platforms and groups, and I keep going and going and going, and that's like 5 years of me doing that for my followers to get to 200. So it's all about perseverance. And I've said from the beginning, even when I wrote my book and I was promoting that, I said from the beginning, I want to inspire people to make their dreams a reality, to never give in and never give up. And that's a motto of mine that has not changed. Even though I have reached another level in my life, I'm 32 years old, I've got 3 kids under the age of 4 years old. I don't really talk about being a parent much, because it's a very personal journey. It's a very intimate, personal journey for parents, I believe. And it's very sacred as well. And, you're learning, you're learning while you're teaching your child, and that's never going to end. And it's a beautiful way of life. It can be stressful. I'm normally quite a calm, patient person. It takes a lot for me to lose my cool. I'm pretty chilled out, to be honest. But having you time is essential, even if it's just like having an earphone in and doing promoting or whatever you want to do with a bit of music. I mean, I listen to some nostalgic music of mine that I used to listen to when I was in my 20s, and that was quite, just a nice little thing to do. But, you know, it's, the world is going through an almighty change right now, and more than ever we need to be aware of the spiritual warfare that is going on, because demons do exist. They're very much part of this life, and my main goal from being the Mystic Belle is to help people become aware of that spiritual warfare, to teach them how to protect themselves. The Mystic Belle, yeah, you look at that name and you think, oh God, not another mystic, you know, fake tarot readers and whatnot. But if you're, you know, because TikTok is flooded with them. In my experience, you can always tell if someone's genuine because, honey, don't unplug my charger. Because, you know, the energy around them, spiritual energy around them. You know, I still do readings from time to time, but my main mission is to equip people with the knowledge of spiritually protecting themselves. So, yeah, that, honey, no, that is my main mission, and I'm hoping to reach as many people as I can, hence why, you know, I don't take for granted my 2 million followers, but I believe in hard work, you know, so perseverance. If you want something badly enough, you just gotta keep on going. Like, even if you don't see results straight away, if you have a fire within your soul, you can use that to your advantage to make your dreams a reality. I mean, like I say normally to some people, you know, your future is like a blank canvas in front of you. People may tell you how to paint, what to paint, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's holding the paintbrush. So only you can decide. And it's the same with, you know, because some people are like, oh, what will happen in my life? What do you see? And obviously visions are subjective. Some things can, you know, do happen because they are meant to happen, but the majority of the things that are going to happen in your future is down to you, because we are each born with free will, God-given free will. It's, you know, there's always going to be that demonic negative energy around us humans, because obviously the demonic realm hates God and we're made in his image, and they're trying to corrupt us as much as possible, and they have done to some people like the Rothschilds and the elites and whatnot. And, you know, I mean, it's like listening, for example, it's like listening to a demonic voice in your ear, or like a little temptation thought. So you have two choices. You can either say, no, I'm not listening to that, or you could invite that energy in. And so that's when your free will comes into play. You know, I mean, God doesn't set us up to fail. I know, obviously, there are things in the world, and we are not meant to know all the answers in life. You know, we're not meant to know all the answers in life, and some people strive to know all the answers, and they never will. We're not meant to know all the answers until we cross over. You know, why do some people have horrible conditions? I mean, for example, you know, my relative has dementia and she's bedbound and she's just getting worse daily, my mum. And then I'm thinking, Lord, why is she going through this? I don't understand it. Why can't you just, like, you know, get her out of pain? But I'm not meant to know that. I'm not meant to know all the answers. And I won't know why that, you know, why people suffer the way they do until I cross over and my judgment day comes. But, you know, that's okay, you know. It's fine. It's just, we're humans. We never stop learning. We never stop evolving. Anyway, I need to go because yeah, my son is near the plugs. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and stay tuned because I will vlog probably later or tomorrow. Take care.